Hey, it's Tim Bratz. I was talking with one of my buddies, Robert, and Robert had a great question that I think everybody could benefit from. He said, hey man, who was the first hire on your team as you were growing out your organization? And I think that's an amazing question, and I want to answer that for you in this video. So when I was getting started in real estate investing, I was doing 100% of the work myself. I was out there sourcing the deals, making offers on properties. I was, submitting the LOIs, letters of intent, submitting the offers. I was the one doing due diligence on these things, meeting with agents, meeting with brokers, meeting with sellers, raising money. Like, I was going out and doing the closing. I would then oversee the contractors. Sometimes I'd even swing the hammer. A lot of times early on, I did swing the hammer. I would then handle the leasing. I'd handle the property management. I'd handle the maintenance phone calls. I'd handle the rent collection. I'd handle eviction court.
Honestly, I'm so tired I could scream.
I was doing all these different things. And then, on top of just the property type stuff, I was doing the bookkeeping. I was doing the finance and the accounting. I was the one handling all that stuff. And I remember seeing these businesses grow and grow and grow, and I'm like, look at all these other businesses. How the heck do you go from being a solopreneur, which is what I was, and being just pulled in every different direction all the time, to building out this massive organization? And the answer is, a journey of 1,000 steps starts with one. So when I was banging my head against the wall, somebody inquired on one of my properties, and I had a great conversation with them. They invited me out to a mastermind. Go out to this mastermind, and I'm, again, burning the candle at both ends, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to make ends meet. There's a problem with that. Ends don't meet, they're ends, right? Like, I can't figure this thing out. I'm in this whirlwind, and I'm doing so much activity that I can't elevate out of it and try to figure out how to work on my business, because I'm just in the weeds all day, every single day. And when I went out to this mastermind and I told everybody about my problem, they're like, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why don't you hire an assistant? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they said, listen, you're doing all these different activities that are not revenue generating activities. You, Tim, as the owner of your business, need to be focused on generating revenue. The most important thing you can be doing as a business owner that's doing less than $1 million a year in revenue is generating more revenue. Why? Because revenue solves all problems. If you're out there generating revenue, you can then hire new people. Here's the issue, Tim. You're doing all this stuff that doesn't generate revenue. You need to hire an executive assistant. You need to hire somebody to take those non-revenue generating activities off of your plate. And I was like, okay, that's awesome, but I just made six figures for the first time ever in 2014. And I made about $130,000. And I'm like, dude, hiring an assistant's gonna cost me $35,000, $40,000, right? And they're like, no, you're looking at it wrong. An assistant's gonna cost you $3,000 per month. And if you hire an assistant for 2 months, it's a $6,000 experiment, not a $36,000 experiment. And I was like, wow, it's just a different way of looking at it. And they said, if you don't like where you're going after 2 months of this, then you can go back to banging your head against the wall, right? Tell the assistant it's not working out, and you go back to burning the candle at both ends. And I was like, you know what? It's probably worth a try. That happened in February of 2015, that event that I went to. By March 1st, I had hired an executive assistant. And this is somebody that I knew, a buddy of mine, or a buddy of a buddy actually, had a really good work ethic, wanted to leave his job, was looking for something with a little bit more fulfillment. And so I hired him I think it was $2,500 a month. And here's what I did. Write this down. This is super, super powerful. I went through this process of cataloging my time every day, every 15 minutes for an entire week. And I went through this process of when I woke up in the morning, I brushed my teeth, I had breakfast, I worked out, I took a shower, Every 15 minutes I'd write exactly what I did with my time. All day until I laid my head back on the pillow and went back to sleep that night.
I'm too tired.
Next day, did it again. Next day, did it again. Did it for 7 days straight. After 7 days of going through that, I had cataloged what I spent all my time on the entire week. I went back to those, I just had it in like an Excel spreadsheet type thing. And I went back to it and I printed it out and I wrote 2 things next to every single line item, every 15 minutes. The first thing was either a $sign or a 0, meaning was it revenue generating or not? And then the second thing I did, listen, I'm a simple guy, right, from the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. Second thing I did is I either put a smiley face or a frowny face next to it, right? Do I like doing it or do I not like doing it? And that allowed me to really become aware of the activities that made money and the things that I like doing and the things I don't like doing, the things that I was wasting my time on because they didn't generate revenue. And I took all the things that had zeros next to it or all the things that had frowny faces next to it, and that became the job description for my executive assistant. And so when I hired him, I said, hey dude, here's your tasks, right? Here's all your roles and responsibilities, here you go. And I gave him everything that I didn't like doing and all the things that were just time wasters for me. And I went and focused on the revenue generating activities. From that point on, from the next 10 months, I tripled my income in the next 10 months from what I made the year before. And I credit that to 2 things. 1 is hiring an assistant, and 2 is joining a mastermind. So, if you are looking to build your team and you're tired of being a solopreneur, the first hire that you should make is an executive assistant. Get the non-revenue generating activities off your plate so you can focus on making money. Revenue solves all problems. Go out and start generating more revenue. Get the things off your plate that you don't like doing, that are drainers for you, so you can focus on the drivers for you. And get the things off your plate that are not making you money. I promise you, you will see amazing results. It's not a full year's salary commitment, it's a month at a time commitment. And you will see so much more revenue generated in your business and so much more happiness generated in your life because you're not doing the things that you don't like to do anymore. So, if this is helpful for you, that's your homework, right? I want you to go out and hire an assistant in the next 30 days. And if you know somebody else that this would help, please share this video. Like it, subscribe, click the notifications so that way you can get new insights as we drop these videos on a regular basis, and it'll help you accelerate and grow your business on an ongoing basis. So, appreciate you, love you, be your best. And if you are interested in joining a mastermind and you want to dive into what my mastermind looks like, we have something called Legacy Boardroom. Legacy Boardroom, I think, is the highest value mastermind out there. I believe so much in masterminds. I'm a member of 5 different masterminds and I run 2. That's how much I spend more than 6 figures a year just in other people's groups. That's how much I believe in these things and how much they've elevated my business. So if you're interested in joining a mastermind, I have the highest value mastermind, I think, in the real estate industry. I've been in them all, I've seen them all, I've reviewed them all, and I've taken the best pieces and parts of all the different masterminds that I'm in, and I've culminated it all into one mastermind that is the highest value at the lowest price point of any mastermind I know of. So if you're interested, send me a message or go to legacywealthholdings.com/coaching and inquire on the Legacy Boardroom Mastermind. It is over the top and a ton of value. I promise you, it will not let you down. Our reviews are off the charts and our students' results are better than anybody else's out there. So if you want to make some things happen and you're serious about your future, please don't hesitate to hit us up in Legacy Boardroom. We'd love to have you. And if you know somebody else, maybe it's not the right time for you to join a mastermind, but if you know somebody else who needs to see this information, has been looking for a mastermind, please share it with them. We'd really appreciate it. Any way that we can help other people and help everybody elevate, we want to be part of that. So if you're getting value out of it, of course they're going to get value out of it too. So I appreciate you.